Be right back.
There we go.
I'm going to even hit record right now so I don't forget.
It's a great idea. La da 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 da. John, I actually like that name better. Nickel bag is better than nickelback. Like a bag of nickels. It's a weapon right there, man. Like super weapon. Most people can't even wield it, you know? Gotta have the muscle of a Greek god to wield the nickel bag.
Did starting soon already go? Oh, it's not even playing. Oh yeah, it
It's
is.
just hanging out there, man. It's just
Damn, I
chilling.
did pretty good.
What up, chat? How you doing, Dusty, John,
Dude,
Eric?
these
What's
comments
up,
are
brother?
so fucking great. I love all these Nickelback comments. They're just so fantastic. Makes me feel warm and
Nickelback
fuzzy inside.
stream. Do you guys really want to listen to Nemophila? We can listen to Nickelback.
I'm totally down. We can just listen to Nickelback.
When they put out their last album.
I don't know. Probably soon. Welcome to the GG Loves Nickelback podcast. And today,
what up?
we're talking about Nemophila Evolve. Well, more specifically, we're reviewing the album. So, did you know I fucked up pretty bad, champ?
Usually, yeah. But what do you mean in this time?
So, apparently I changed the name a little too many times, and now I'm actually stuck with this name for 2 weeks.
And when you say "I'm," you mean us.
Us.
We are all
Yes.
we are all stuck with this name.
I dragged you all in with me on this one.
Yeah,
you know?
you just took us down.
You guys look like you need a little fun in your life. You know, you wanted a nice little shake up.
And
know?
Nickelback was your answer to needing fun?
No, the fun came from annoying the hell out of Ryan. I just really enjoy annoying the fuck out of him. But you know,
That's fair.
I'm sure he enjoys it too.
Yeah. I'm sure. We'll find out one day when, like, suddenly he's outside of your house, just going like this, waiting for you to open the door.
Dude, so I literally I logged in and I was thinking, oh, I'm just gonna remove after 2 days. I put up a poll as a joke or whatnot, and I was like, vote on 1 year, 2 weeks, or 2 days, and I was just gonna switch it the next day. I'm like, so I'm going in and I will go to switch it, but apparently Orion already tried to switch it, so you guys were ahead of the game. You guys already knew it was up. I didn't know, so I'm sitting there trying to change it, typing it in, and I clicked enter like, you cannot change this for 14 days. And I'm like, what do you mean I can't change it for 14 days? And I try typing it in again. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And it's like, you changed it way too many times because I forgot earlier that day I did try to change it to the GG podcast, and I accidentally changed it twice for some reason because I forgot the explanation point. So that counted as a change, and that's why when I put the GG Loves Nickelback, it stuck. So...
Yeah.
there you go.
I mean, we could sell this entirely, you know, like we could go full on gimmick and actually, like, what if we actually just did Nickelback content for the next 2 weeks until that name
Well,
changed
Dusty
back?
said I should put Chad Kroger as our icon, and I was like, that'd be hilarious.
That would be pretty funny. Also, I gotta say, they just came out with an album last year, which is hilarious to me because, like, you know, nobody heard it.
Yeah.
but like they're still releasing music like now, like still.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember when they used to get like airplay and radio play and stuff like that? Like, I kind of want to know what this album sounds like. Like, what does Nickelback sound like in 2022? Right? Like, what? The same, probably. Right?
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see. Let's see what their latest song.
Yeah, it's called San Quentin.
Quentin.
Should we listen to like 10 seconds of it to see?
Yeah. Let's see it.
Sounds like.
San Quentin, Nickelback. Let's go. Oh, look, Ryan's
Yeah.
live.
Ryan is live. And he's here.
It's an official music video. Here we go. Here we go. All right. This is in honor
No,
of
we
Ryan.
made him leave.
Oh, we made him leave later? This
Made
is
him- This was for you, Ryan. What do you mean?
yeah,
later?
this is in honor of Ryan. We dedicate the song to him. All right, here we go.
Let's get this circus.
Oh, you can't hear that, huh?
No.
Oh, you can't?
I mean, is that a good thing?
Well, I have original sound on, so you should be able to hear it. That's not good. That is.
No.
Oh, I know why. Because you are not actually hearing anything that's coming out of here. All right, there you go. You were just hearing me talk out of the iPhone microphone.
Oh, God.
All right, here you go. You probably just. All right.
On down the road. We're taking bets up.
Now I need original
Taking gas, we'll go.
Now you what?
Now the original sound needs to change. I'm
Oh,
hearing
yeah,
muffles.
it's not on. Man, you're really trying to avoid this, aren't you? You're just messing
Oh,
with
I
my
mean,
fucking
we're putting a
computer
lot
over
of
here.
effort into listening to Nickelback.
I
right
know
now.
this is a lot of fucking effort. I know. I think we're showing our
this was
true
gonna be
love.
easy.
Everyone, go to Ryan's stream. And just say, hey, they're playing your favorite band of all time.
Yeah, go raid that guy.
Go rate
But
him
don't
and be
leave
like,
ours.
hey, make sure you go check out the new Nickelback song. You guys should request it. He does donation requests. You could do donation requests for the song. That'd be glorious. Send me a screenshot.
Oh my God, that would be so fucking
Oh my
funny.
God,
honestly, if
dude.
a bunch of people just sent him money to listen to Nickelback.
Only Nickelback.
He was like forced into it because they paid him, so he has to.
Eric said, say less.
All right, let's hear
Your
it.
best friend. There comes your mom. About to do some shit that
All right, you can
ain't
stop
seen.
it already. Like, I don't even want to be like, I'm not saying that it's bad or anything. It's just those 3 seconds right there was exactly what Nickelback has always been to me. You know, like there was no change, nothing different than every other Nickelback that I've ever
You know
heard.
what? The guitar tone is fucking amazing. The drum sounds are amazing. The vocals are mixed perfectly. It's a great mix. I gotta give it that.
Production wise, they
Production
were
is
always
phenomenal.
top of the line, man. But it's also because how much do they have to produce in their songs? Like really?
So
I mean, what do they got?
the only song,
half the tracks that most bands have.
the only song I can remember by Nickelback is "Does This Remind Me?" I think is the last song I remember.
And
hearing.
how you remind me?
How You Remind Me? Yeah.
This
I
is
messed up.
how you remind me of what I really am.
Oh shit! This girl's showing nipple up in the front. Just not. That's what I'm taking away.
Nippleback.
We got nipples.
We got
nipples.
Nippleback.
Opening shot of nipples. Good
No,
job.
you also
Nickelback.
know. Look at this photograph.
Oh, I do know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
that's for
then
sure.
probably the animal song too. There's a song where he's like,
Oh yeah.
something about being an animal.
Oh yeah. Classic. Oh, actually, that's probably the one I first heard. Maybe is that their first hit or no?
No, their first hit was the one that you
Spider-Man.
named.
I remember the Spider-Man song, and you know what?
It's actually pretty good.
I was just about to say it. That's not a bad song. That wasn't a bad song.
It's also, I mean, it's more like that it was utilized properly in that movie.
Yeah.
It made it like it was like emotional sounding, you know. But
yeah.
like no, their first hit I believe was "How You Remind Me," the one that you mentioned.
There ain't no back door. There ain't no sign. Location changes almost every other night.
I go back to like somebody's listening to him. I mean,
Yeah.
10
It's-
million
dude,
views.
Dude, it's easy listening. It really is. Like it's the softest hard rock that you could possibly find.
You know, just in case you guys want the link because you want to hear more, here you go. Make sure you share that with Ryan. You can put it in this super chats. You know, that's all we're going live for is to promote Nickelback on Ryan's stream.
Yeah, we're trying to make money for it. We're trying to get him some nickels over there.
We're trying. Let's see if we're gonna go over there. We're gonna see if you guys are listening. All right.
John says elevator metal.
Today's Tuesday.
Which is like almost true.
All right. So we're in Ryan's stream.
I think
Should I request Nickelback?
I took some of my requests
No.
for tonight out of running.
No, I don't really want to break this man's
That's one
spirit
of my
that
songs.
badly.
This is my backing track.
I just put the link. Yeah, we won't break his spirit. He looks very serious. He looks very sad. Go cheer him up, guys. All right, let's go listen to Nemophila, guys.
Yeah, let's do that. So we've been waiting for this. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's do a little precursor of what we've heard separately
Okay.
before we get into this. So
Yeah.
for me personally, I've heard Nightflight live.
Yes, which I thought
only
was
the
a
one-
cover originally.
So did I. Exactly. I did
Yep.
not realize it was their own song. And I've heard Rise about 100 times. So, and Alan's heard Rise too. We both did reactions to it on the music video of it. So we're gonna watch the official live version that they released for that song instead.
Yeah. And to be honest, the only songs I really remember is Rise and Amateras and Nightflight. Those are
Is
the
that how you
ones.
say it? Amateras? I thought it was Amateras.
Amateras? It could be that. Yeah. So I did say it wrong. You're right. Who knows though? We could both be wrong. Odyssey, I listened, but I don't remember it because it was kind of like in passing and I wasn't a fan when I first heard it.
Oh, you weren't a fan, huh?
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand that there's a different producer too for that one, and the producer is actually breaking it down on live stream. If you guys had the link, let me know. Send it to me because he uses Logic too. I wanted to try to get a hold of him, see if he'd be willing to share stems with me from the actual tracks. That'd be badass because he uses Logic also, so I'd be able to see what they're doing for mixing.
Okay.
Sometimes people are really cool about sharing that stuff. But yeah, so those are only 3, and then for you, you've heard Nightflight and Rise, and that was it, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna real quick while we're going through this. I just want to have like a list of a track list pulled up so I feel like I've seen all of these things cross my path like a million times, like all these songs. And I think every time that one of them came out, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna save it for reaction. And then we know what happened with that.
Wait, I missed
No
this.
reaction. No reactions
reaction,
were
yeah.
ever made.
Yeah,
So I
Champ
believe that
made
just
this
means I
big
never
deal.
listened
He's
to any
like,
of this.
he made this big deal. I'm coming back with Nemophila reactions and nothing.
Yeah, but to be fair, I'm going to blame that one on you because I wanted to do it with you.
and we're here.
and you
we're
made
here.
us
You
put
can't
it
blame
off.
it on me. We're here together. Look at, we're
We
doing
made
it.
it. We made it.
We're doing
Eventually,
it.
we got where we needed to go.
Look out for the clips on Champ's channel.
All right. So how many songs are on this? We got
10.
10?
10 songs.
10 tracks. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, no, wow. None of these even really sound familiar to me. Hold on, let me see. OSKR, was that on... Is that a cover?
No, it's not a cover. It's not a cover. They have a whole cover album that's separate.
I know. I
Oh.
thought one of the songs that was on the cover album also made it over to this album, but I could be conflating that with something
Yeah.
else.
Hey guys, just to let you know, I added some new videos to the membership section too. If you guys do want to support the channel further, it helps us directly grow this thing. By the way, I have another podcast coming out tomorrow with Chase, John, and I believe Ryan. I think he's going to make it. I'm not sure, but it should be the 4 of us tomorrow. We have a second podcast every Wednesday, and then of course we have the Sunday as usual. So make sure you tune in to for that tomorrow. But we're releasing some special content stuff for the memberships and for Patreon also. And shout out to John Payne, who just joined our Patreon. Thank you, sir, very much. He just joined recently. And yeah, we appreciate any support, guys. It helps us build this podcast out further. As you guys notice, we've been putting up a lot more content, a lot more stuff. So we have a lot of exciting things in the future coming, other than just the guests that just joined. So again, we appreciate all your love and support. Appreciate all the super chats, the memberships, the Patreon support. It really helps us keep doing this thing. All right. So if you guys enjoy this stuff, make sure you like this video right now. If you're on Spotify, come over here and like it. And it will help us out tremendously by just watching the content. All right. So thank you very much again.
Cool.
All right. Ready to start this thing?
I'm ready to start this thing.
Let's do this. Let's just, we're going to come out the gate with some Enigma Evolved version. Is there a second version of it?
I should... Well, we'll figure that out later. Let's just go with the version that's on the album that we're going to listen to.
Let us know. If
Oh,
there's another
Rise
version.
has an Evolve version too, though.
Wait, what?
It says Evolve version for Rise.
Ooh, it says official version.
Does that
on
mean
here.
does that mean it's going to be different than the music video version?
I don't know. That's interesting.
Oh my God! Should
That's
we not
weird.
listen to the? Should we not watch the live one? Should we listen to the Evolve version instead then?
Let's listen to the Evolve version.
Hey chat! Wait, hey,
We'll do
hey
both.
chat! What do you think? Is it different? Is it the same song? Just they titled it something different?
I don't know.
They're scaring me, man.
We'll do
they
both.
did
We'll
that-
do both versions.
did-
if it's different.
Phoenix thinks it's the same.
Okay.
Just listen to all of it.
Well, by the way, what do you think inspired
Let's go
this
with the
cover
live.
right here?
What cover?
The cover to this
Oh.
album. Like, what inspires this?
cover.
Yeah. What do you think inspired this?
Well,
beautiful
it's
album
a
cover?
smut. So Mick Foley, Mankind, is the happy face. That's the wrestler. In case you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, this actually looks like a Mick Foley inspired cover, but I know that it's not. Maybe I'm just too obsessed with wrestling to see anything else, but that's all I'm getting out of this.
There's a flaming heart in her hand.
There
Yeah.
is.
I don't know what to make of this cover. Anyone, if you know
It's a
anything about
bunch
the
of
cover, let us know.
randomness, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it has something to do with like each song.
Oh, a picture from every
Oh yeah,
song
because
from the
Hammer
one?
Down is one of them, right?
Yeah, Hammer Down.
There's
is
a
one.
hammer. There's a hammer.
Yeah.
Oh
shit,
I don't
you
know.
might be right.
There's a goat. I don't.
I don't know. Maybe the goat means Oskr. I don't know. Anyways,
The
Enigma.
goat. It's the justice goat.
That's the justice
The
goat.
goat of justice.
Well, I see like I don't know. Here we go. Enigma. Oh, we're gonna get stuck on loading. That's great. That's funny as hell. Uh-oh. I love how we're having Oh.
Sounds like Manson.
You know, I did hear this song. Yeah, this is the one that does have the Manson vibes to it, but Mayu, of course, just keeps the band separated from the other bands. You know, it keeps it Nemophila, but it does change up a little bit.
It's got like so the beginning was even like heavier than most Manson that you hear, you know what I mean? But the style, like the way that the keyboard is kind of like working with the guitar riff that's going on there, and the repeating like sort of chord riff, right? With that's such a Manson thing to do. But yeah, her vocal melody is totally different, so it kind of like switches it into a different area completely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it yet though. Like it's again, I'm gonna be front with all you guys. Like Nemophila right now, like for the first two albums that they put out, to me they came out with like such full force that they're in like the top 10 for me of like best two albums that any band that I've ever heard with like has come out with, like as
Really?
back to back.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
they're
that.
like up there in my top 10 for me because
Okay.
I feel like a lot of bands like either their first album is awesome and the second one's not as good, or like the first one is like a rough draft and then by the time they get to the second one it's better.
Dissension's on their second one, right? Second album?
No, it's on their first one.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
I
it's on
think
their
I liked
first
their-
one. No, this
Okay. Yeah.
second
yeah,
one was like Revive
Gotcha.
and Atabana and stuff like that. But like I love those albums both so much that I have such high expectations for them, so I'm like kind of critical when it comes to them specifically. You know,
Hey,
like this.
Eric says it sounds like the Monday Raw opening.
It does. Oh my God, the Nickelback one. It sounds like the Nickelback Raw theme. He's right, Eric. You nailed that. I didn't even put that together until you just said that.
I can hear it too.
The one
yeah.
from like 2007 or 8 or some shit like that. Oh my
Yeah.
God, you're right.
I agree with Dragonfly. Rise should have started off the album. I think it's a better start. Anyways, let's keep it playing. Let's keep it playing. Right here.
Sounds like beautiful people. All right, pause for a sec.
I absolutely love it for this chorus. This is why I love this song. It like makes
The
me
chorus
forget
is
about
catchy.
any of that other stuff. And that was a callback to the beginning with the kill switch. They do it in the beginning. It just we felt like it was
Yeah.
skipping, but I forgot that's in the beginning of the song.
Yeah, it was just during. It wasn't during vocals the first time. So the second time when they did it during the vocals, during the pre-chorus, I was like, "Whoa, what just happened there?" Like, totally. It's cool. This feels like they're doing more with the electronic aspects of the song than pretty much any other song that I've heard from them before. Would you agree?
Yeah, maybe as in the electronics mixed with the guitars for sure.
Well, the guitar's there the whole time.
Yeah,
I just mean like
the electronics
sound prominent.
Yeah, I agree with that because that's what I mean by they're compressed or blended with the guitar. Rather, in other songs, it's used to fill up the soundscape. This one, they have them compressed together into one channel. So I think that's why it feels like that digital. They're doing that industrial sound. That's what industrial metal was like known for. They have those matching piano licks where they just compress it with those other guitars. And then
so how do you feel about the actual like mix of it itself? Because that's also very, very different than what we normally
I
hear
love
from
this. I think this mix is good. It's unique. It's interesting. Actually, the mix is what makes it more Nemophila than other industrial bands. They're not copying the 90s industrial band mix. They're doing it a little bit of their own way, and it still sounds good. You know?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely sounds different. I like the drums seem so much more I don't know if it's the way that she's playing or the way that it's actually mixed into it, but they're feeling like they're more everywhere to me right now.
We're halfway through. We're halfway through right now too. So you know how Nemophila is. It's never done until it's done. You know. The break that you love.
I love the screams going on in the background there.
Yo, you hear that drum fill though? Tamu just fucking rips it at the end. I think I soloed that on our reaction to it. It's so good. That fill. I do wish there was more screaming, but I love it. It's just a fun song. I take this song as like it's super catchy, and this is one of those songs I wish I knew the lyrics to actually that I could sing along. I wish I could sing along to this song.
Totally.
This is one of those songs that we're talking about on our last podcast that I wish I could sing along with it. Because I absolutely love it. I love it. It's so fun. And I have a feeling
it's the same concept.
Yeah, I have a feeling if I could sing to it, it would be even better. Like I have a feeling I would absolutely
it does
love
sound like because that's like when I'm listening to, for example, man, so I'm gonna keep bringing this up because it's the thing that I feel like is the reminding me the most.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't listen to Manson and like break down and analyze the instrumentation, right? I actually do like sing along to Manson songs the same way.
Yeah.
That I would feel about this one too. I feel like, okay, so for me personally, like this song, it's cool in its own right as like this sort of like one of those genres that Nemophila feels like tackling. And they did it really well. It's not my favorite genre to go down, but I feel like this is one of those songs that like, you know how like when you listen to an album the first time, you're like really analyzing and breaking down a lot of it. And then you end up liking ones that you don't end up listening to that often. And then the ones that you don't like break down the most are the ones that you actually end up listening to the most because they're the easiest to listen to.
That's why I said lately I've been appreciating older songs because I never broke down those older songs that I loved. And now that I'm breaking them down, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much awesomeness there that I didn't even realize was there because I was too busy singing along to it, you know?
Yeah.
But then again,
I feel like I'll like this. I find it really catchy, you know? So I feel like I'll end up listening to it a lot. But I don't have that much to say about it. Like they're not doing as much instrumentally as they normally do. You know, like at least not with their like their really heavy metal stuff.
Yeah, I feel you. So for Rise, we're gonna do the live version, right? Which I think is just a studio recording on the live version, right?
I doubt it. No, it's probably live.
I don't think it is actually, but let's see. All
Let's
right,
see if we hear the crowd.
Yeah, we're doing Rise next, guys. I should have pulled out the tier list so we could put all the songs on a tier list next time.
Yeah,
Next time that'd been cool. Next time we'll do that. Next review. Let us know, and let us know too in the comments if you watch this. What album would you like us to review? You know?
Yeah, they're saying it's live.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, it is.
Sick. Dude, the bass sounds so thick here.
Yeah. It does.
They're so good live. Bro, that's why they were so loud live when I went to see them, because that bass is so fucking heavy. Like, they have that bass so loud, bro. I can hear it shaking the building as they're doing it.
I still think I'm not a fan of the tom mix or the bass mix on this, but I still love it. It sounds great overall. If I'm nitpicking, not fan of this bass mix or the toms. It's great. It's great. It's whole and you can hear it and stuff. It's just not the way I would mix it, you know?
Yeah, it's cool to hear the bassist because, especially in Nemophila, I feel like she probably gets the least amount of feature, like, in the whole band. But when you're there live, it's so fucking loud, bro, that it's shaking the whole arena. And now it's funny because, like, I thought maybe that was just the show that I saw them at.
Yeah.
But hearing this live version, I'm realizing this is just
join us,
their
John.
live version. This is just what they do.
John, you can join us if you want. If you want to listen with us, we're more welcome to have you, man. Just join the Zoom link. I'll add you in. I was going to say something, though. When this song came on, tell me if you guys felt the same thing. When this song came on right now, I did have the instant feeling of, oh, this is Nemophila. Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately.
Exactly. See, and that's why I'm not gonna go too hard on it because, like, if you listen to the last song, I still want to, like, remember style is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, when they move out of their main genre, they still nail it.
But that feels like full Nemophila. That felt full Nemophila. But now
yes,
that I'm hearing
this
them back to back,
Rise, Dissension, Adabana, Revive, these songs all, like, scream Nemophila, the metal band, to me. And then, like, all of their other songs, like the B-sides and stuff, scream like experimental Nemophila. You know, so, like, it was an interesting choice for them to open this album with experimental Nemophila instead of Rise, which is more typical Nemophila.
Yeah, exactly. Here, let me. They nailed the screams. Nailed it.
So good. So good. I also love the lyrics of the song. There's a self-hype thing.
Yeah. Man, this makes me want to agree with you even more, Champ, about this band. Like, yeah, this is a Nemophila I absolutely want.
Hey, pause it for a second. Can you go back?
Yeah.
Is somebody else doing the second scream there, or is that pre-recorded?
Let's see.
'Cause there's-
Oh shit! Yeah, they added a scream. They added it onto the track. So I knew they mixed it later because you can hear in the bass that they're trying to control the sound, because I can tell that's the same bass sound we got when we were there. But all bands do that. They mix it afterwards. So yeah, they added some high screams, or it was a backing track scream, either or. Because that was definitely Mayu screaming. Did Champ freeze? I think Champ froze on me. Yeah, it's definitely on the backtrack. Saki does the second scream. Oh, she does. That sounded like Mayu though. You sure? Maybe you guys are right. I could be wrong. Could totally be wrong. All right, let's hear it again. To me, it sounds like Mayu. That's insane that she sounds like Mayu. But here, we'll just keep going while waiting for Chan to come back in. Yeah, that's Mayu, guys. I could tell Mayu scream from anywhere. That's a Mayu backing track for sure. Nothing wrong with it. It's just fucking cool. If it was Saki, that would be badass too. By the way, like I always feel weird about that kind of stuff. Remember, guys, if we're saying there's a backtrack, it's not a slight against the band at all. It's just one of those observations like, oh, that's cool how they did that. Because I would do the same thing with my band. If we have live vocals, I do that all the time. If I have a second layer, I use my second layer vocals as a backing track. So to fill up that mix. If you have members that can do it, that's awesome. And I think they do have members that can do it, but her scream is so unique.
Look inside a mirror of you. Can you say that with a crystal for you? 心の奥で叫び続けた不完全な明日の気分 We're such a waste of life. There's so many ways burning like the streets, but we can't take the only one we try. 小さな一歩だって全て変えるよ強く生きるために進むわ忘れずに It's time to live your life Like there's a burn in the sky The rage of light
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. That sounded really good. The thing I like the most is how good her vocals sound in that mix. The little high toms, not the biggest fan of those high toms, but that had nothing to do with actually the miking. The tuning was different. Tuning was a little bit different than what you hear on the main track, but still good. It's just really good. It's just interesting notes that they put on there. It could have been a drum tech issue, but if you have the drums tuned a little different, you're not gonna be like, hey, let's tune the drums real quick, because drums are not the easiest thing to tune on the fly. So normally just go with it and do your best. I like being able to listen for the bass in the mix at any point. Yeah, the bass you're gonna hear, but I just not the biggest fan of this bass. But that is the style of bass they put in their studio mixes, so it makes sense. I just think they have it cranked too high. So what happened is they had to squash everything so much that you're getting a little bit of invisible tones coming in and out, little frequencies that are muddying it up a little bit. But it's not too bad. That's a lot better than 90% of other live recordings I've heard. So, because you guys know how it is. You hear live recordings, you're like, oh, it's a little rough. So way better than most live I've ever heard. I wish more official live videos used the live mix instead of the studio. So yeah, question for you guys. Do you like the live mix, or do you like the live... do you like this live mix better than the studio? I like the studio version better in my opinion, but I like her vocals better on the live one. I wish her vocals were mixed like this for the album a little bit more. That's my opinion on it. I feel that Hazuki is the Jeff Watson, Night Ranger's second guitarist of Nemophila. Both great guitar players, but is in the shadow of the other guitar. Yeah, live greater than studio for sure. Live. Yeah, I like the live vocals for sure better, but I do prefer the drum mixes better on the studio recordings from the live that I've heard so far. Oh yeah, I don't either. Never had an issue with it. Anyone here from Champ? I guess he just died, huh? Internet just died on him. Let's see. See if he responded. Oh, his internet went down. That sucks. Hey, John. John, you want to come in? Join this. You guys just want me to keep going? Well, that sucks. I don't know if he's going to come back. Wait, how does the internet went down, but he just messaged me? Oh, he probably did it from his phone. Join from your phone. Let's see what he says. Join from me. All right. What do you guys think? Keep going? Flying solo? I mean, done it before. Waiting for John. Yeah, let's see if John joins us. Come on, John. Get in here, man. Oh, there's Champ. Look at that. Champ just in time. Look at him. Look at him just joining the last minute. Here we go. He's coming. Oh. Look at those big letters. Just in time, Champ.
Agitating.
Yeah, that is super agitating.
Agitating.
We just said how much you suck. That's all. Don't worry.
That's okay. I deserve that one.
You're just in time for OSKR. Let's do this, man.
What? No. What did you do?
All right,
Finish that song?
We just finished that song. We just talked about the mix. It is pretty much the same thing that you already said.
Okay. Did you figure out if there was an overlapping scream? Was somebody else?
It was
doing
a backing track. It was definitely a backing track. It was a Mayu backing track. Like I was just told them just right now that to me it's not a slight against band. It's just like everybody uses that, and that's what you got to do because a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a thing now.
Yeah, but definitely Mayu 100%. That's the thing about Mayu. She has the most recognizable screams ever. I know when she's screaming. Like nobody sounds like her. No, whatsoever.
She's got the pterodactyl thing. It's great.
It's so but we've heard like pterodactyl screams, but not like the way she does it. No.
What her thing is, it's like her vocals are so connected to her scream.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's a really thin line between when she wants to go clean and when she wants to go harsh. Even though it sounds very different, like it feels like in her vocal placement, it's very similar, you know? So
also,
I think a lot of people are using their false chords, like when they do that, like fully, but she'll go from clean into that. So I know that she's at least using some of her vocal cords there.
Yeah. I brought up a point of the live one that her live vocals are better mixed than the studio vocals. I enjoy her live vocals way more than studio. I wish we could like input that.
I don't even know how much of that is like the mix though, because when you see her live in person, she sounds that good. It sounds that thick. So I think
like Booknish said, she'll harmonize her screams and cleans on the studio. Absolutely. She definitely does a lot of layering, so backing tracks are necessary for some songs. Absolutely. Yeah. You got to have it. When you hear a vocalist not use backing tracks, it feels weird. And some bands, like what I saw on tour, the most common thing was backing tracks and pedal board, actually, which is crazy because pedal boards used to be not very affordable for vocalists, so they can compress it and do double layers on the spot. So they'll trigger their layers live, which is really cool. But
right. And it's 2024. It's not fucking, 1986 anymore. We have ways of integrating stuff that makes it sound more like the studio version now. The only reason they didn't do that in the 80s or whatever, the 70s, is because they didn't really have that technology to make it easy to do that. Yeah. So it makes sense that everybody's doing it now. I have absolutely no issue with it. I was just curious because I was like, damn, if like Saki came out there and just did one of those screams, I would have been like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah. The biggest thing too for me, which is funny, is that we did everything in our power to mix songs to sound like it live, because it doesn't sound like that when you record straight into a mic. Like right now I have effects and EQ on my voice to make it sound this way. But then it goes in reverse when you're playing live, but because you're missing the oomph. So the oomph is you have to replicate by doing the backing tracks, But it was funny how it started in reverse. Initially, they were just trying to capture the live sound on CD, which was really hard, a difficult thing to do.
Right.
And then if they wanted the whole full circle where you have to try to put the oomph back into the live performance now.
Yeah. And if they wanted to like do something with a backing track, usually they would have just had one of the other the other instrumentalists add some kind of backup vocals that were like much quieter, and you knew that they weren't like a professional singer, so it was just like it was always very something simple, like a simplified version of what you might hear on the album. I appreciate the use of backing tracks.
Sid said at a recent concert, Saki said, I tried to imitate Mayu's scream and was able to do it, so I think it'll be in charge of screaming as a backup singer from now on. I don't know.
Hey.
If she can, I don't think it'll sound like her. We'll see.
It sounds like she's joking, honestly. I bet
probably.
that was a satirical comment, but I would love to see her try.
Yeah,
I did.
Let's do this.
Did you know? So I just saw it, by the way. This just like popped up on my feed. She has a channel, like a YouTube channel, and she's got like one song on there. And it's just like her song with like a whole band, but it's an instrumental song. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
just wanted to throw that out there.
All right. OSKR, man. Let's do this.
Oskr.
Oh. See, guys, that's what they normally tune the toms to. You heard those toms? That's how they normally tune it. So in that live recording, they did a different tuning for whatever reason.
Dude, Tamu is fucking nuts. Like, she's just
clean as
nuts,
hell.
bro.
That was clean.
She just
as hell,
goes
dude.
the whole time. She just goes.
Did you hear the old
going.
school like from the metalcore days, like that like the hardcore shit?
Oh
riff?
yeah, just that like
They,
one
like
part.
threw it in there for a second. I love that, dude. I want to hear that again.
Dude, yo, just start from the beginning again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there it is.
Wow, what a shit.
Wow! Hell yeah! Yo, I did not see this coming.
Yo,
I just don't want
the
end. I didn't even want to pause it. I was like, I just want to keep it going. It's so good.
That's a crazy chorus,
so
man.
good.
Like that chorus was like so out of nowhere. They shifted oh man.
Dude, it's the perfect amount of insanity. It was like I was on the verge of like going crazy, but it was just like enough. It was just enough insanity, enough simplicity for my brain. So I was like, this is perfect. It's perfect chaos that I want, you know?
Yeah, I also want to call out the vocal melody like choices here, where there's like
Very different,
5 different ones that have taken place already, right? Like it was like she started. Like every part has its own little melody, right? Like, and it's almost like shifting genres, right?
Yeah.
Like there was like, what was that, like new metal rappy part, like right in the pre-chorus before we got into the chorus, right? And then like it kind of got like sort of punky vibe once we got into the chorus, not the actual instrumentation, but the way that she was singing it, da 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 da, right?
Yeah.
But like before that, it was nothing like that. Like before the pre-chorus, it was like totally just I don't even know. These are very creative lines.
I love this song so far. This is my first time hearing it. Someone said it was in the preview, but I don't remember any of it. We did watch the preview, but we only got 30 seconds, not 80 seconds. But they're saying there was an 80-second preview. Lymphantastic. I hope I said that right. But anyways, let's get back to it. I love it. This is great. It's probably one of my favorites now. Probably second.
Go back. Do me a favor, and when we restart it, can you go back the 5 seconds?
Yeah. I always do that. 10
Thanks.
seconds. I really love how they had that unprocessed scream off to the left ear, and they just kept all the effects off. That was a really cool effects that they're using on the vocals, or no, really cool mixing style that they're doing on vocals. I'm going to back it up just a little bit. There's a lot of different layers of vocals I just wanted to call out real quick. That is way different than the last album, the way that they would mix the vocals. So it's really cool because they have it up the center, but then they put a little faint one to the left. And that part where she's screaming right before, they put that in the center. So there's this new panning feature they can do on Logic now. And now that I know that they use Logic, I know that they're doing this. There's this thing where you can bring the sound towards the center of your face, and you literally feel like it's right there. I do this with the kick drum all the time. I'll have like the kick set up, and I'll take the kick sound, I'll bring it a little bit closer so you feel it like in the chest kind of vibe. But they did that with the vocals. So now that I know that they're using Logic, that's kind of a Logic feature that they have, which is really cool. And I'm like, I know what you guys are doing now for that panning. I never thought about doing that with the vocals though. So I'm like, it makes me excited. So while we're mixing our album, I'm definitely gonna mess with that.
You're always like, as you listen to these songs, man, like you get so hyped by the background shit that I would never even notice. Like honestly, you know what I was thinking about in those moments? I was thinking about how she had all these second vocal lines that she's just doing Rise vocals with, like Rise scream, not the song Rise, like the Rise screams, like just like going from low to high. She's done it like a bunch of times in this song, but like off to the side, and it's like the most brutal scream that she does, but it's not featured right in the front, which I actually love. It's making the song sound so much heavier because the background is heavy too.
They're saying I did this song on a live stream. I did? I remember.
You're as bad as Wave, bro.
Dude, I remember Enigma, but I don't remember Oskr.
Well, this one's fucking brutal. I love this one. This one's cool as shit.
Really? I remember the first song. Remember, I even said, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that with the Marilyn Manson thing. I don't remember Oskr.
Apparently, Dragonfly paid for it. So. Sorry, Dragonfly. I guess you didn't make much of an impression on Alan.
Oh, Jesus. I'm over. I don't know.
Well, it seems like maybe you like it better this time.
I don't know.
Because if you didn't really remember it the first time, but you have a lot of good things to say right now.
Like the next two songs I definitely have heard, Amateras and Odyssey. Well, I'm sorry, Dragonfly.
I really think it's Amateras.
Amateras. I keep
really
saying it wrong. No, I know you're right. I just keep saying it wrong. So and I'm gonna say it wrong
Phoenix
another
says
5
Oskr
times.
never came out fully unless you paid for the physical copy of the cover. So I don't know. We'll figure this out later. It doesn't really matter.
But Dragonfly's right. He did a donation request for a couple songs off this album, and I think that was when Ryan and Wave randomly joined. Right? I don't know.
So. All right, well, let's get back into this. How much we're not done with the song, right? Yeah, right?
No, not even
hit
close.
A bridge yet.
We're not even quarter way through.
So here's what I'm thinking right now, right?
Yeah.
The first song did not have a bridge. It was a bridge, but it was like a basic Manson type bridge, right? Grunge style bridge. Yeah. Rise had a solo section. I'm wondering, because this song is what would you put this closer to Rise or the first song, or Enigma, as like a genre, like as a style?
I put this as Nemophila.
Nemophila. Okay, so then Rise more, right? Like,
so the Enigma, I can totally be like, that's industrial metal genre. I can pick it out. But Rise and Oskr, I'm like, that's Nemophila.
So Oskr,
you know what I mean?
This doesn't sound like metalcore to me though. It sounds like
neither does Rise.
It does sound like
that
Nemophila.
Much. I mean, it has
Rise is metalcore.
But not really. I don't consider a lot of those riffs in Rise like a metalcore. I mean, I guess I'm thinking generic metalcore because on the West,
sick metalcore, good metalcore, the best metalcore.
But I mean, a lot of people consider the typical metalcore as sick metalcore. So I don't know. We might be a little bit spoiled with Nemophila.
You know what the problem is? Like the metalcore genre is full of trash, and then like 8 really good bands.
Not even
right?
trash. I wouldn't even say trash because I gotta give it credit. It has amazing production, but yeah, basic writing.
Neutral.
Like
it's
here,
very neutral.
In these songs, you get interesting chords. Like they add like the 7th and the 6th to the actual full chords to them. They'll play the full fucking guitar instead of just borrowing like 3 notes, they'll actually add to it. And
Dude,
I appreciate
the
bands
way
that
that I
do
look at them,
you know.
if you were to move them back into like, let's say 2007 or whatever, they would be like they'd be like touring and playing with Killswitch, As They Lay Dying.
They would be
all the
famous
Urbanes.
already. They would be fucking huge in the metal scene.
And they would
already.
have been with all the best bands.
I mean, they're getting
those
big
top of
already,
the line
but-
ones. Lamb of God. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, if they came out while metalcore was like a really,
They
like,
would have
in its
slayed.
heyday,
They would have fucking
Yeah,
slayed.
it
They
would've
still
fucking-
are, but
the queens they slay. But like, yeah, man, like I feel like they would have been at the top of the list there, like, like head neck and neck with Killswitch. And now I feel like
better than
because we're
Killswitch,
past,
in my opinion, because I don't like
well,
Killswitch.
I mean, yeah, but let's talk about status wise, right? Come on, they're at the top of the metalcore genre. There's no denying it.
I guess.
As
they?
much as you don't want it.
Are they? Are they, though?
Yeah, they are. They're still selling out. They're still selling out.
Yeah.
But I think Nemophila, like from 2024, we're talking about like 15, 20 years into the future now. They've been able to take that kind of idea of what metalcore was and really fuck around with it a lot
Yeah.
and make it to what it is now. I just absolutely
right.
love it.
Let's keep this going because we're already an hour in on this.
Yeah.
Only
Okay,
2.5 songs. All right, let's
All
go.
right. Whoa, love that.
That was cool. That was cool. Again,
All right, bridge time.
here it goes. Mosh. Where's Eric? Wait, what the? Oh, it's so nasty. Yo, again, the vocal mix on this song is just insane. It's so good.
The whole mix is pretty
Right,
nasty.
the whole mix
it sounds
is good.
really, really full, like
By
everywhere.
far.
Like it's coming at me from everywhere.
And I consider this the best mix song on the album so far just because of how many tracks there is. There's probably over 100 just from all the vocal lines I'm hearing, all the doubles and layering and everything that's happening. That's a lot of work. Wonder how long it took to mix that song.
All right, go back to the beginning of that part because I want to hear the whole bridge all the way through.
Come on, you should put the lead up front. Why would you only put the bend up front and not the lead? That was, I forgive whoever mixed this because you had a lot of work to do. So it's okay. You're allowed that mistake. It's fine.
That bridge was it was a little like I don't know, it was kind of weird. Like there was like sounds of like airplanes and spaceships in the background at some point.
That was a guitar bend. They were doing the bend on the note, so they're going. That was a total whammy bar bend, and they put it up front for some reason. And then she slid down and went to the on the lead. That's what that was. But for some reason, the lead they panned it off to the side, like
Yeah.
So like those dive bombs, that slow dive bomb was like just thrown in the center.
Now, to be fair, their lead is like definitely it's not the point of this song, right? Because they did that part in the beginning too, and it was also very
why,
low.
But why put the dive bomb in the center, not the lead? That's all I'm saying.
It was kind of weird that just like one like
Yeah.
just that part.
Still love this song. Just
Yeah, no, song's awesome. Song's awesome. Bridge was okay. The bridge was okay. Honestly, I think the rest of the song has been cooler than the bridge, unfortunately. But that's okay. It doesn't ruin anything.
You got to
Let's
get the bridge right for a champ. you
Gotta
know?
get the bridge right for me.
苦しいこの瞬間さえも栄光までのせ戦いを何回だって輝きを追いかりに誰にも譲れない明日を守るために湧き出た人さ笑い飛ばせ
That's so cool with the keyboard too. Yeah, there's a lead here too. It's hard to hear it.
Oh! Dragonflight, are you serious? I listened to this full song. I must have been really out of it when I
That's
heard
fucking
that one.
nasty, bro.
How would I
That's fucking
not
nasty.
remember that? I mean, when I hear that song, this album cover makes sense. Does that make sense?
No. I don't know what that means.
No. Never mind. Never mind.
Bro, that was the end was so good right there. That
was
end was
so
so
good.
cool. It reminded me of Oiran, I think. I think that's or no, Raite. You know the end of Raite? I don't know if you remember it, but it like you
don't.
think it's over and then it keeps going and like
Yeah.
it just does that and it's so fucking nasty, dude. I love that song. That song was fucking awesome. That's one of the best choruses they've ever written. That chorus was so smart. There was so many different little parts, so many shifts
It was so
in
smart.
sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I love the rest of the song too. I mean, the bridge was not my favorite of their bridges, but it wasn't like it was cool. It was still a cool bridge.
Yeah.
But
it
the
was-
rest of the song was so good. I love that. Oh my god.
All right. Here we go. Amateras. I'm.
Yo.
Oh my god. I'm a Amateras. You know. Fuck it.
Amateras.
There you go. You say it. Here you go. Here you go.
Traditional.
Everybody sing along the road. Don't you wanna let the sun shine out? 明け放てよ神話の天の日はどう照らせこの日よ Everybody dance and make some noise. We are gonna party together. 解き放てよ思い切り夏空の下許せeverybody outside. And let me hear you shout. 言い放てるテクレイに弾けちゃっていいと思うバッバッバッ頭クラクラでさ一度きりの人生楽しまなくちゃさんじゃないかあんな照らすのように光放ってこの瞬間に Everybody put your hands up high. I just wanna see you happy.
I forgot that they have the official live video for this with this recording on it. Yeah, because it's the part where she's sliding on the bass with her finger. I'm sorry, guys. I could have played that one instead.
It is what it is. But I mean, how do you feel about that song? What did you think the first time you listened to it?
I love it because it's just like solid song. It's not as good as the first like Rise and the other one, but it's still really good, super catchy. Again, this is another song. I want to know the lyrics so I can sing along with it. Like I absolutely love it. It's a great song.
Everything I'm getting out of this song is coming from Mayu right now, until that bass line started kicking in right there for the second verse. But like, it's pretty like it sounds more like they're just trying to be kind of catchy here, but everything that's unique about it is coming from Mayo's vocal lines and the way that she's delivering the lines right now. But I do want to go back to the beginning of that verse. I want to hear that bass line come in and see what they do with that.
I was trying to find the video. Oh, there it is. Here.
Everybody dance and make some noise. We are gonna party together.
Like, I love how they keep the traditional instruments right here, and it sounds really cool. Hold on, let me put you back. There's no champ over here. There he is. I like how they keep that going, and that's what I think makes it unique and interesting. You know, the way that they do that.
Nasty. I love Tamara's shirt.
Everybody put your hands up high. I just wanna see you happy.
Oh.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. So what don't stop again?
Dude, that's what she was doing there?
Dude, yeah, that it's pretty fucking awesome. And
Dude.
I just remembered though, this is definitely a song I absolutely love because I forgot about something. So just I'll wait for it. I'm spoiling it. I didn't shut up. But here we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it playing. Fucking going hardcore. Yo, when they did this, I was like, dude, they're going 100% hate breed on us right now.
That was one of her best sections.
That vocal line right there is why I love this song.
Da 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 da.
Nah, it's so classic. It just gets stuck in your head, man.
That's what she does, man. That's
Yeah.
what makes her choruses interesting. Not even
Yeah.
just her choruses, like pretty much all of her vocal lines, where it's like she'll add those little catchy things. It's almost like something that I feel like I've heard before, but I have no idea if that's actually true. It just gives off that sort of like familiar, nostalgic vibe immediately when you hear it, and it's perfect for that
Dude,
that type of thing.
It's so cool how many unique vocalists are in Japan. Like unique, legit, like have their own tones. You know, it's just insane,
yeah,
man.
I agree.
It's so cool,
Dude, I think that, so I've said before, she's like probably my favorite vocalist right now.
Yeah,
And I feel like I was concerned going into this album because some people were like, this is going to be lighter. It sounds like they're not going to do too much screaming or anything on
They
this
were
album.
wrong.
And honestly, I wouldn't have hated it if they lowered the amount of screaming. I would have been disappointed, but I like her vocal lines enough in her cleans that I still
Yeah.
would have been into it. But her screaming on this album so far has been the best that she's ever done before.
Yeah,
So like that section, that bridge section,
her
in that
screams
song-
have gotten better.
Yes,
sure.
she had so much range in that section. She was when she went into the low part on that, like what, the third bar out of the four, right? She
Yeah.
she started almost like growling. It sounded so different, it sounds so much thicker, you know. And coming from her, it's nice to hear her actually like expand in that direction on the low tones.
I think, she just got so much better at screaming, and it's just one of my favorite types of metal in general. I love fun metal, man. This is why I listen to this band. This is why I listen to Baby Metal. This is why I listen to Maximum Hormone. They're just like fun fucking metal bands that are just absolutely unique, you know?
Can I say what
their
my
own
one
right.
concern is though?
No, you can't. Let's move on. Just kidding. Go ahead. What's your one concern? I'm kidding.
We've only heard a solo in Rise so far.
But we've had enough leads. We had enough leads. I'm
not saying. Listen, it's a concern. It's not a. I'm seething. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking, like, out of 4 songs, there's been one solo, and out of most of the songs that we heard before, there was a solo in almost every song before, right? So I don't want to limit what Saki and Hazuki are doing because they're so nasty at soloing.
They've done enough leads for me to be happy. I would be completely happy if there's no more solos.
I would not. I need at least 3 more on that.
Yeah, at least 3 more. Okay, I guess. I think we're gonna get some. I don't know if there's
Even
one.
if they're short. Even if they're
next
short.
song-
When we listen to Bandmade, like how often are
They had a short solo in OSKR.
That wasn't a solo. That was a.
What are you talking about? Did you hear the whole?
That was a bend and a dive bomb.
It's a dive bomb and a little lead. That doesn't count.
The lead that they played was played in the beginning of the song, and therefore is disqualified from all solo capabilities.
I don't know. All right.
君の人生楽しまなくちゃじゃないかアマテラスのように光放つものになるのさかけるばくれないように果てるまで飛ばしていこうガンガンボリューム上げまくってさ
Love that part.
誰も笑ってくれるはずアマテラスのように世界を輝かせる
I love Tamu's little story.
Bro, it's still
Yeah,
one of my favorite.
cool.
I say one of my favorites, man. It's just so. I love it. Makes me so happy. It makes me
Yeah,
smile,
I get
man.
that, dude. Like,
It makes me feel really good, and just it doesn't matter what they're playing during that song because I feel so good listening to it. You know.
it's definitely like so on this album so far to me. It's got the kind of poppiest, catchiest vibe, and then also the heaviest section. Right, so it's like kind of poppy, catchy throughout the whole kind of verse chorus section, like dancey, right? Like you can dance to it, bobbing back and forth until you get to the bridge, and then it's just pure brutality for 40 seconds, and then back to the poppy, catchy, which is actually a really nice kind of. I don't know. I haven't heard them do it like that before.
Like Dragonfly said right now, he said this one would be such a blast live. You get to dance and headbang in the same song. Absolutely.
Exactly, yeah,
That's why
there
I
it
love
is.
it, dude. Oh, it's so good, man. It's so good. I'm so happy. Like it makes me so happy. And I'm also sad to play the next song because it's more serious. And I'm like, I don't want to lose this happiness from this song.
Nope. Okay. Well, time to shift.
All right,
Tone
here we
shift
go.
time.
Here we go. So I've heard part of this. I did hear this song. I don't remember though. I heard
What's
it
the
when
name
it
of it?
first came out. I didn't release my reaction because it wasn't a positive one. So I was like, no point in releasing it. So let's give it a second chance. So for me,
What's
this
the
is
name?
me giving it a second chance. It's Odyssey.
Odyssey.
By Nemophila.
What's a ballad?
It's a ballad.
息苦しさと一息きれに今はちょっと視線落としてた信じることさ今日は忘れたくて息を潜めてた
Also, for OST.
分かり合えないこと矛盾だらけの
That sounded familiar.
It does.
I
don't know why.
Oh
wow. It's an 80s power ballad.
Okay, this is a lot better than I remember. I guess I was just must
I
have been in a
like
funky
it.
mood.
I mean,
I must
it's
have
not-
been in a
it's
bad
not-
mood. This happens to me a lot. Does this happen to you, champ? Sometimes I hear a song and I'm like, if I'm in a shitty mood that day, there's so many reactions I've just scrapped because I was just in a bad mood where you're just like cynical. I'm like, actually, this is not bad at all. The mix is fucking phenomenal. Probably not.
I totally get that, except
Yeah.
that, like, as you can see, when I'm not in the mood, I just don't do it. So,
Yeah,
so,
you know,
yeah.
Daniel said it for me. That's what it is for me too, Daniel. He's like, I like the song, but my music tastes are running more mellow lately, so this fits. And yes, I'm a product of the 80s.
Yeah.
I agree with this comment because I've been feeling don't worry, I just been feeling really like depressed and down lately. So this song is like hitting me a little bit different right now because I've been learning for some reason, dude. I don't know why. I've never listened to the band Thrice before, but I absolutely love this band now. I
brought them up like 2 weeks ago.
I know. I absolutely cannot stop listening to them now. And it's
so
like,
good.
and it's pretty like sad songs. You know, I'm like, I guess I'm just
Old
in
stuff
that
or new
phase.
stuff?
Artist in the Ambulance album.
I love that.
yeah.
It's one of my favorite albums
Yeah.
ever.
So I've been covering it and I sing and play it. That's one of the songs I'm gonna be playing with Cometa in Connecticut when we do a show out there.
Cool.
But anyways, yeah. So I'm in the mood. So like I'm in the perfect mood for the song. And I think when I first heard it earlier, I wasn't in that mood. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's why I think I like that's why I was really enjoying that last one. I'm like, cool. I want to feel happy. you know. So
Yeah, I hear you. It's definitely it's a huge shift coming from the other one also.
oh
So,
yeah.
you know, it's I could see it like kind of throwing you off going from one to the next one. But I will say that like this really sounds like it's definitely an 80s power ballad. That's definitely what they're going for. But her vocals again change it just enough that I feel like it's not typical 80s power ballad. It's a little bit fresher, a little bit more unique.
It is a little bit more fresher, but listen to this comment right here. Radio Rafa said, this isn't really their song. It is for an anime movie that translates to The Butt Detective. It's a popular anime that the main character looks like a butt. I would have never guessed that hearing this song ever. I don't know how I
mean,
feel about that.
nobody can guess that. It's this much. All right, I don't even know what to say about that. I'm just trying to
keep it
like
going.
think of how they're utilizing this song for a butt. I mean, it's anime, so it could be anything. All right, let's just
keep
say
it going.
あなたに触れてその意味知れから涙笑顔痛み憎しみすべて込み上げてくる愛しさこれを永遠と言うのじゃろう
Hey, I gotta say, I love to be able to just hear her vocals like this.
I just didn't like the opening vocals. That might have been what sent me off because there's quite a bit of noticeable auto tune in the beginning, but not anymore. I don't know if that was a mixing thing. When I was watching the producer mix it, you could tell too when he's going through it. I could see like a couple of the changes. I could hear it. Probably nobody else could. I just heard it in like the very beginning, so maybe that's what threw me off when I first heard it. But on this other part, so you don't hear anything at all. So
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I don't know. I'm just gonna take your word for it.
yeah, but I'm a little confused about it too because I'm not sure if it was for a tone thing or if it was a correction thing. You know, since it isn't in the other parts, but who knows?
ちょっと優しい声をかけ
Ooh.
た諦められない自分を
Not all of them.
誇ったことを小さく分かり合えなくていい
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of familiar songs.
Hold on.
smashed
I'm
into
sorry.
one.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Pink. It's Pink. It sounds like Pink. You know that one song by Pink?
That's
Da,
Pink?
da, 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 da. Yeah, it's like her slow song. It's got the same melody there.
It must be Pink and another band that has that same melody
It-
because I'm thinking of somebody else. I hear Queen too a little bit.
I hear Queen as like the overall vibe, but that specific like
Yeah.
4-note melody is
I
I'm sure it's been used.
but
in
she's
other
not
areas
doing
also.
the full da 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 da. She's not
No,
using
she stops
all
it
those
there. She
notes.
cuts it off right there.
Yeah, she's only using like the first 3. But then at the end of it, it sounds like it sounds like 5 songs mashed, like their melodies all in one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely.
It's so weird. And then right there sounds like a country song. Like,
Yeah, it does get
you
a
know
little.
what I mean?
Actually, did you notice the twang in the second verse too? Like
Yeah.
the underlying guitar came in. It was like kind of like doing those country sweeps.
I'm telling
in
you, it's
there.
like so many different versions of songs. Like they slammed them together. You know, they found all
I
of
could,
them.
dude.
So
it honestly
interesting.
kind of sounds like instrumentally, kind of sounds like a Garth Brooks song.
Yes,
like during it.
yeah. No, I agree.
Right?
I feel
But
I
her-
feel country and 80s and something else in there. Like Mayu almost gets rid of her tone. I can still hear that it's Mayu, but this is very close to her just kind of not leaning into her tone as she does in other songs, you know?
It's probably the cleanest we've ever heard her. I don't think I've ever heard
Yeah,
her sing a
that's
slow
true.
song like this before.
What Life, right? She does All Clean, the other ballad. It's called Life, I think.
Yes, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
she's done all clean in other songs, but the songs are usually heavier. Life is still heavier than this one. It's not their heaviest song, obviously, but it's
You know
mo-
what's
this one
funny?
is really soft.
If they did put this in a country radio station, it would fucking kill, dude. Like, because it doesn't have the typical country beat, so it'd already be different than all the songs on the radio.
I'd rather hear it on the rock station. I want to hear it on like the. I would wonder if somebody listened to this, right? Like, and
Yeah.
Queen had just come on, and Led Zeppelin was on before that, and this came on. People
Mhm.
would probably buy that this was from that generation.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, it sounds like a professional country song with a twist.
I'm getting.
Yeah. Did you hear those random double kicks right there?
No,
Did you hear that?
yeah. Tom was getting bored.
Yo, she was.
Epic.
When the second one came around, she did the different pressure on it, but that was just funny. It's straight up double kicks.
Yeah, dude, it's got an epic feel to it, I will say. And
Yeah.
what you see at the end of that chorus is kind of what Mayo really brings to the table, right? Where
Yeah.
it starts off da da da, but at the end, by the end, she's
It changes
going,
it.
da 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 da
Yeah.
da da da, and she just always shifts it through the choruses. It keeps the chorus so interesting.
It's so different. Yeah. I just.
同じ道を歩くんだ
It's the only thing I don't agree with the mix engineer. He should have never auto-tuned the beginning and end. They should have left it natural as hell. It's just way too much compression and brightness on the EQ. They should have kept
I still don't
warm.
hear it, but
How'd you not hear
again,
that? Am I
I don't know.
No, I know it's there.
Go
Yeah,
back.
it's-
Let me
it's
hear.
just-
Let me hear the end again. I want to see if I can pick it up. A little further than that.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
one.
でもいつか少しわがまま
Right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
I
why they
did hear
did
that.
that. They should just.
It
Have her
didn't
either.
say. It didn't seem like it was necessary in that moment.
It doesn't.
actually.
They didn't need to do it. She's hitting the notes. It was fine. They could have.
Yeah, but I think it's so slight, bro. It's
Yeah.
really so slight.
For you, it is. For you, it is.
Just turn it down a little bit. Turn the volume down a little bit.
So the reason why you got that sound, guys, is because they put the mix like how my mic is. You hear how it's very bright and very straight. So they did this type of mix with that singing voice, and then they did that auto tune afterwards, and that's why you hear that difference right there. I'm not sure why they did that, but anyways.
I mean, I did hear it, but I gotta be honest,
nitpicking.
I love that. Yeah, I thought that was
Oh.
a great song. Like ultimately for the style of music, first of all,
Yeah.
it was top notch. It was okay. So let me get this out of the way. She's my angel. Okay,
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
sounds like that.
That's
in
the other
chorus
one,
in the beginning.
But in the chat, somebody mentioned the Aerosmith song, and it brought to mind that one movie with like I think it's Bruce Willis and a bunch of them with the space one. What's that? I'm never gonna. I don't know, man. Help me,
I
guys.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, it's like damn it. I know Bruce Willis is in it. Armageddon. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
you're talking about don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, there you go. It had those vibes in it, dude.
I think it does. It sounds like
Guys,
Aerosmith more than anything.
when
I
we
think.
say this though, we mean like all of them are smashed into one song.
Yeah,
like that's what makes it
exactly.
insane. Not saying
Exactly, yeah, because like, a lot of people sometimes will get angry or upset or, hey, why are you comparing it to this thing? It's like I'm not just comparing it to this thing. I'm saying I can compare it to 5 different things because they did such a great job of mushing those ideas together into one very
most
consistent
people
sound.
will just rip off one.
yeah, exactly.
No, I shouldn't
Right?
word it like
But-
that. Not rip off. You know what I mean? Like they don't
Yeah.
even try to try. You know?
Use as inspiration, really,
Yeah,
is
exactly.
what.
Use it as
But I
inspiration.
will say, like that one part, the da 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 da, sounds a lot like the Pink song, and then the beginning of the chorus sounds a lot like the Angel by Aerosmith. That being said, it's like we're talking about. There's nothing about the beginning of that chorus that actually sounds like Angel, except for the stop and into the first note of it. Right?
Mhm.
Like it gives you that vibe that she's about to say, "You're my," but she doesn't at all. The
Yeah.
melody and the rest of the chords don't go in that direction. So somehow it gives off that familiar. This is what I was talking about before, where they give off this familiar sort of nostalgic vibe
Yeah.
in certain areas without actually doing what the other bands did. I still get the
Exactly.
same sense of comfort with it, but it's not taking anything from anybody else.
All right. Next song, man. Alive. Dragonfly. Have I heard this one yet? I don't think I've ever heard this. I don't think I've ever heard this one. So here we go. No, I definitely have not heard this. I would remember that.
What?
I definitely have not heard this one yet. Right, Michael? I agree. Bass opening is cool. Oh, what the hell?
「
the fuck are we listening to? I don't even know what this is.
I don't know how I feel about this one. I gotta be honest.
Let's just keep it going. Yeah, I'm very confused. I did not see that melody coming. I was predicting something else, but that's good. That's not predictable. You know,
It's definitely not. No, that's the last
Not
thing
at
you
all.
could say about it.
yeah.
I gotta get
Let's
through
keep
it to see
going.
how.
Yeah. Wait, let me rewind that. Come on.
Then she did it. La 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 la.
She did. She just did that. I like that riff right there.
When it got heavy, it sounded cool. It was weird before that.
This is
the
gonna
vocal
take
melody of the
multiple-
verse is really strange.
This is gonna take multiple listens. I have a feeling.
Yeah, I think so.
I need a trip that way. No cool, no don't think I have my day.
Another live stream. That's so fucking funny, bro. I don't even know. Ooh.
I love it. I love this song. It's great. I don't know what to expect.
What? All right, stop.
This song is a preview to the album.
Yeah, it's like that
This-
thing at the beginning of a musical where they play all of the songs in one song. I changed my tune entirely. Now that they've done all this weird fucking shit, I'm so much more into it. Like, I was not a fan of that first verse. And then they went into that super heavy fucking part and she started going, which was amazing.
Yeah,
and
she
now
knew.
whatever's happening
She
now
knew.
is happening.
She's like, I gotta make everyone laugh. We just came from that really serious song before this. We're throwing them off really hard. I gotta add in this little scream to get them lightened up.
Yeah, right. I'm wondering what they do next because this
Yeah.
is not going to be the last sound of the song.
Yep.
Fucking pop punk. She la 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 again, but without the scream. Wait, hold on, Alex.
What?
Yo, do you think that the la la la's that she's doing right now are the same la la la's that she was doing in the scream?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So this is just the same melody with the same chords underneath. Just instead of metal, it's like pop
I
punk
think
ballad.
so. I think so. I think
Because
she's
if that's
just-
what they're doing, that's really fucking cool,
they're taking us through genres right now. This song's a
right? Like
trip.
doing the same part in a different genre is a fucking cool ass idea.
Yeah. What the fuck? What?
Is that the end?
What? That was the end? Aw. I kinda
How
wanted
long was
more.
that song? That must have been short as fuck.
3:30?
Oh
3:27?
wow. Okay, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was just it was a
I
mess of awesomeness.
kind of didn't want it to stop. I just
I didn't
wanted
either.
them-
I thought we were getting another part.
I honestly, I wish I was stoned and I wish I could just like go on a continuous journey with them on that song. That's exactly how I wish things were going down.
I honestly wasn't ready because they gave us the kind of like 3 or 4 different genres in there. I really thought we were
Yeah.
going to cap off with a different one, but it kind of just like extended the last one. Still, it was So unique. That was a really unique song.
I can
You know
see
what?
how this goes to Nightflight very well. The way that the end of that song, I can see how that bleeds into this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we've already heard this song. Live.
Yeah, we've heard this one. We've heard this multiple
I
times.
haven't heard the track. The
Oh yeah.
studio
Okay,
track
let's
yet.
listen to it. Here we go.
Shed some light tonight. It's my night ride. Let me out, breathe now. It's a tough ride. I gotta get out of here. Shed some light tonight. It's my night ride. Let me out, breathe here. It's a tough ride. Gotta get out of here now. Shut your mouth now. Stay away from me. So you see, I can stand
Are they saying "shut up" in the background?
I don't know.
God, it is so easy.
Is there captions? No.
Well, I think it's in English. I think the whole thing is in English.
Oh, okay.
Because she said the first line was like "shut up now" and then "stay away from me." I think, and I think the girls in
Jesus.
the background were saying "shut up, shut up."
Oh.
if I heard it right.
Yeah.
It's as 80 as a song can get in 2024.
Yeah. I love the song. It's so catchy.
Shut your mouth.
Stay away from me. So you see, I can't stand you anymore.
I can't stand you anymore.
Stop this game tonight. Shut the lights
Bro, I love how the video is leaning into it so hard with
What?
the aesthetic. I love how the video is leaning into it so hard with the
Oh
aesthetic.
yeah. 100%.
Like it looks like it was filmed in the 80s.
What the
Look
fuck
at
is
their
this
outfits,
about,
bro.
Can somebody have any info? Drop some info for us in the
Dude,
chat.
it sounds like it's about her telling some dude to like fuck off, like I'm done with you now.
But they're
Like,
smiling. I'm confused.
they're happy about it. She's not upset about it. She's like, "Fuck out of here, bro. I'm good without you."
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure it sounded like they were saying get out" the second time.
Yeah.
So fucking funny. Like I feel like I had this VHS.
How many people in chat are jealous of that guy right now?
Apparently everybody. Chat is thirsty tonight.
This is a badass song. I have no clue what the. I'm gonna pull up these lyrics real quick. Hold on.
Bro, the dab, Julian, that's a great emoji. The dab emoji actually looks like the dance from Nightflight. Are you seeing that? Look at that shit.
Oh shit.
Dude, that solo section is really cool. I love how the mix is like literally just completely different than every other song that they've done. In fact, this whole album, pretty much every song sounds like it's mixed differently based on the genre that they're
Oh,
leaning
for
into.
sure. Yeah. So here, like, hit the lights tonight. It's my night flight. Let me out. Leave them now. It's a deadline. I got to get out of here. So trying to catch a flight, you know? Oh yeah. Here's the shut your mouth part. Shut your mouth now. Stay away from me. And then yeah, they're screaming, "Stay back, back off, get out, shut up." So now you see, I can't stand you anymore. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they're like, fuck off, bro. I'm saying it.
Whenever I
Like,
get,
I used to like you. I don't like you anymore.
Whenever I get another interview with them, I'm gonna ask them, "What is this song about?"
So the song was made by Saki. Okay, cool.
All right. The moment I've been waiting for forever. I've been waiting to hear Justice for so long, dude. Ugh.
You haven't heard it yet?
I haven't heard it. I heard the preview, and I remember the preview being badass. So
Cool. I will say this album is way more badass than I was expecting it to be so far.
oh yeah, 100%.
I thought it was going to lighten up. It has not. I mean, yes, they are doing stuff that's a little more off the cuff than what we are normal. There's still
Are
less.
they though? Are they? Because
Yeah, maybe
their
not.
last album was really off the cuff too.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I was actually I remember kind of bitching about it. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I remember saying like, I love what they do with their experimental tracks, but I wish that they retained a little bit more of the metalcoreness on their last album when it came
Yeah.
out. I remember thinking there wasn't enough of those songs on it. This is just who they are, I guess. I think
Yeah,
it's time
this
for me
is-
to just accept that the metalcore is not who they actually are. It's just a small part of who they are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's part of their overall sound.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Justice.
It's always there. It's always there a little bit. It's always in there a little bit.
This one's mixed different than the other ones
The
too.
bass is so loud.
Yeah, so I like the bass tones in the other ones because you hear the articulation of the the clinkiness of the bass. This one is more like the live recordings.
Drums.
Yo, that transition was just fucking insane.
Dude, the whole pre-chorus there was a drum roll. Bro, that was so good. Like Tam has been awesome on this album. Right there was exactly what I love from her.
Yeah. Wait, that's not Mayu.
That
could-
was.
It was?
Oh yeah.
Not all the way through?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Well,
Go
hold on.
back. Go back. Yo, the end of that chorus is sick.
Dude,
Yeah, that's her.
That's like a whole new fucking Mayu voice. I haven't heard that
She's-
yet.
she's definitely doing you know, I don't even think it's her voice as much as it's her doing her clean poppy stuff over this ridiculously heavy
She literally
part.
splashes into like your normal, typical Japanese singing voice right there.
Yeah, it's got it. Exactly.
Yeah, like I'm just shocked that came in out of nowhere. But it's
Well,
cool that
it's-
it's a splash of it, you know?
I think it's the disparity with the part. Like if you heard her singing that over like a cleaner part, like the previous part, I don't think it would sound so like jarring that of what you're noticing there, because it's just we've got a blast.
She didn't
beat
even
in
have
the
that tone.
background.
That tone wasn't even in the clean one either, though. Not like
I
that.
didn't really hear much of a difference between the end of the chorus and the beginning of the chorus.
Because in the clean songs, like he's this Mayu, you know. That's just yeah, I'm gonna let it go. But anyways, that's interesting. That's different. It's awesome.
That's a fucking crazy place for a blast beat. What the fuck?
Okay, yeah, it's her, but she sounds a little bit different on this part of it. This version of it is just for that one. I really like it. It's a whole other voice that she's using. That
I also think
don't
she's just
is in
higher
any
in her
of these
register.
songs. Yeah, because she's pushing up to that head voice. Like, yeah, when you're pushing
Yeah.
up to the mask of your face. That, yeah, I can see that.
I think it sounds a little
for sure.
more nasal because of that. She's like up
Yep.
really. She's
Yep.
really pushing it at the top. She's hitting her highest notes
That's what
over
it is.
there.
I just wasn't
They didn't do
expecting
the
it.
blast beat at the end of this chorus, so they're
Dude,
going into something
they haven't
different here.
repeated anything yet.
I know,
My
it's so
brain is like,
cool.
this is why there is barely any solos, because there's fucking insanity on guitar in the back. If you listen to this guitar, it's like so crazy right now.
I'm really struggling not to just pay attention to the drums all the time. This is why I selected her for my all-star group, bro. Like every
Same.
part
I
of
did
it.
too.
Yeah, every part of it that like here, and this is why, you know, you guys were like, well, your band might not be that metal because like I selected guitarists that weren't like that metal, right?
Mhm.
But this is why you want Tamu, because she's gonna turn your shit metal. Like she makes it metal, bro. That chorus was a normal ass chorus until she just suddenly went to a blast beat for 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yo, they finished off the solo, then like at the end of it, hey, we got a solo.
It was awesome too. I love the beginning of it. It felt like they were riffing again. There was
Yeah.
that I like this song a lot. This might be one of my favorites on the album. It's just got so much to it. It's retaining that it's not that hard to listen to, you know, for somebody that's maybe not into like metal that much. It's probably easier to get into a song like this where
Oh,
it's
no
like
way. No. Really? No.
you don't
this-
think so? It's really melodic.
This is definitely
Like-
the song I should show people on the streets because their brain will explode.
I don't know, man. Like I think from a musician standpoint and a producer standpoint, it probably seems
Sorry about
it
that.
probably seems really hectic.
Yeah.
But from just a listening standpoint, I don't know if it really would. Like that we've heard other songs that were the song before this was way more wild.
They're on the line of a pale dusk
the one
right
before
here. They're like right there, but not all the way. They're almost, you know, because they have the melodies. They have like the more of the chorus melodies. And when I say pale dust, I'm talking about those really, really complicated pale dust songs where it's like, oh my god, my head hurts. It's like
Yeah.
it's on the edge, you know.
See, I heard that more in one of the other songs. I think it was Alive that I was thinking more Pale Dust. This one seems a little calmer to me. I don't know. I guess we're on a different page. I really like it though.
Yeah, no, Alive definitely had those mixes, but this one, since it's more like glued together, because when Pale Dust goes Insanity, like it still sounds like it's glued into one sound. Alive was going a lot. Yeah, it's cohesive. Alive was just going in and out of genres. You know what I mean? This one isn't. So that's why it reminds me of Pale Dust. Pale Dust doesn't really do the in and out of genres. They do like a cohesive sound, but it's still like fucking chaotic. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's finish it off. This is the first song I can actually say she sounds like another female Japanese vocalist during that one little part. This is the first time I never thought I'd ever say that ever about my own voice.
I am still not. I don't know. I guess I just hear Mayu there.
Yeah, no, it's like I can't pin it. Am I crazy? Chat. You know what I'm talking about, right? No, probably not. Probably.
I will say one of the things that I'm liking about this album more than. It's something that they've done in the past, but not nearly as much as they've done on this album. And I love it, is the underlying screams under the clean vocals, where it's like whole sections, like whole verses. The featured vocal is the clean one, but there is a scream happening under it the whole time, not just for certain words or coming in at the end. It's literally there for the entire verse. And I think it's a great sound together. I think that they combine for a really nice sound. Yes, there are certain sections where I would prefer that they almost like switch it and the scream is at the top. But if this is what they want to do to keep the melody going so that, you know, because you lose a little melody with screaming. I love the idea of it. It keeps everything a little bit heavy no matter what's happening.
For sure.
It's right up my alley.
I can see why people were saying in the beginning of the stream they can't decide if they like this album more than the last one. I can completely understand, because this is just as good as the last album in my opinion.
I agree.
It is equal. This is a whole other vibe from Nemophila, and I'm just shocked and amazed with how different they still are on this album compared to the last one. Like, there's still songs on the last album that are very unique to that album, right? Yeah. And there's songs on this album that are very unique to this album. And even the first one with Dissension on, was it Revive? We got Revive. This is Evolve. What was the other one? The other album? Let me know, chat. I can't remember. It's just insane. This band is really, really fucking good. All those covers they do, it just makes sense. They can do whatever fucking genre they want, and it's just great. It's great when they write original music like this. It's just so good. But
I agree. I'll say this: how many songs are left?
We got two more.
Two more. Okay. At this point, I can say that there's not a part of me that feels disappointed by the direction that they've
not
taken.
at all.
In fact, I feel very similarly to how I felt listening to Seize the Fate, where it's got elements of everything that I like, and yes, there's a bunch of experimentation. It feels like this album just took different genres to experiment on than the last one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And but
there's still the underlying Nemophila-ness the whole time.
I would say like the album before Seize the Fate, that was Revive. Correct me if I'm wrong. I would say Seize the Fate, which was the last one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Seize the Fate and this album are equal. Revive was like they're just starting off, you know, but it was still fucking good. On these last two albums, they have polished everything. Like the mixes is good, and that's the other thing. The sound engineer, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry for you. I see the work you're putting in, because this would be a tremendous amount of work, because I've mixed tons of progressive bands, and it is such a pain in the ass when they're switching genres like this. It is a fucking nightmare, man. Coming up with, making sure all these tones are right. You can't do the same thing. There is no blanket fucking effects that you can do on every song. You have to be very nuanced. Not to bring it kind of reminds me of like when I listen to like Sleep Token, for instance. It's all the same blanket of tones and effects, right? For every single song of the album. Sorry if you like Sleep Token, not my thing, but it was just like, it got very boring for me. It's a perfect album to sleep to. Sorry, Chase. But but with this, it's like drastically different tones and stuff that it must have been a nightmare to fucking do the audio engineering on this, for sure, to keep it all cohesive throughout the album, because nothing dips on each song. Every song is great quality or has its own version of great quality. So it still matches somehow, which is just incredible. So shout out to the production team and the people mixing this thing. They did it. They fucking killed it.
You just don't
really
have
hard.
to do that most of the time when it comes to like rock and metal, where every song is going to have the same feel to it, right? I mean, in pop, I guess you have to be a little bit more unique because you're trying to make it's not necessarily about like the writing of each particular part as much as like creating an atmosphere, right? So you have to adjust on that. It feels like this guy or girl or team or whoever had to do this, they had to listen to each of these genres and figure out and master each of them in order to create this album, which you're right, it sounds like so much fucking work.
Yeah. Also, what I notice is it seems to me like they did have people that were used to mixing a certain style, mixing other styles of music, because it has that hint. Because even when we heard the power ballad, yes, it reminded us of a lot of 80s style music and the way that they mixed it, but it had this level up. Like it had this modern level up that's now in it that they probably couldn't get back then. And they still had the Nemophila sound somewhere in there. It's probably the least amount of Nemophila sound, but still is in there, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
It's great. It's a great album. Like, the previews did not do this album justice whatsoever.
They really didn't. And you know,
really
why do you think they chose specifically to choose the parts of each song that felt like maybe they were like, I don't think they really didn't show any of the screams during the preview, if I recall correctly.
This is my conclusion to that. I think the promoters and the people that help push out the album aren't aware of their fan base. They don't know what their fan base likes and what their fan base wants. And I think they failed at sharing those previews to their core fan base. Because if they knew their core fan base, that would not have been the previews you would have chosen for your album preview list. You got to know your fan base, and I think the promoters didn't know their fan base as well. Is probably
it could
the
be
girls
that,
too.
yeah.
That's
it could
my
definitely
theory.
be that.
Yeah,
I feel like I never want to blame the band, right? Like I'd rather blame the promoters in that case, but I would think that the band would have some kind of say as to like what the preview would sound like.
Not with a band at this I mean, they're just focused on writing music. Because look at even in their I'm pulling up their credits, so they do have their credits on here. So they have their producer, Kensuke. Tamu is a lyricist, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I don't know. It's just for this song. Okay, so yeah, it's just for this song. So she's a lyricist for this one.
But they don't write most of their music. They have like a writer that.
Yeah, this one has two different composers on it.
Yeah,
but I'd be interested to see now. Like, I should have looked at this sooner, but that's cool because you can get the credit. And then here, lyrics are Saki and music Saki, arrangement Kensuke. But see, you have this variation of who wrote it, of each song, and I think that's why we're getting such a versatile album, because everybody's helping out. Everybody's just having, it sounds like everybody's just having a blast or having so much fucking fun writing these songs, and there's no like restrictions. And I think they see that the fans absolutely love it, and they're just leaning into it. I really think that's what's going on. They're like, oh, cool. Everybody loves that. We're just going all over the place, you know? And it's really cool that they're keeping that going. But
I'm into it, man.
Ready?
I'm into this whole album so far. I really, really like it. I think that this might, if these last two songs are good,
let's finish it off.
I mean, Seize the Fate was so, okay, yeah, let's go.
Let's finish it off. And then we will have our conclusion. Here we go.
What's the name of this one?
This is badass. Hammer down. That opening lick sounded awesome. Oh, let me rewind that. There you go.
Cool.
No, I'm not afraid of you. Depressed and distracted. Run a little stuff like that. Doesn't matter.
Yo, this is old school metal right here. That's like this is my
How
childhood.
old school?
Uh,
Give me a year.
you know the Trust Kill Record metal bands? Do you remember those bands?
Name
Like
one.
Bleeding Through and all those.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
all those.
Yeah,
bands.
it's got that. Yeah, you're right.
It got that vibe. It got those vibes.
You're right.
On your feet, where's rising first? Shout out all the rising first and stand up for yourself. No matter what thoughts run through my head, I won't get hammered down. Do you up or do you up from the Odyssey? Putting all the fake roles and fake makeups, making all the fake smile, oh, just like that. It's just a stare into silence, you got that good shit that can't allow. So can you tell me why? Not trying to be afraid to ban myself from
Nasty.
I
There's
hear the
more lead
baby
guitar
metal.
work in this song than any of the other ones.
Not to myself.
Ooh.
I'm trying to share. I'm trying to
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's hardcore. Yo, pause.
Yo, they brought those chords. You remember they've been hinting at those chords all fucking album long, and in this song they finally like, we're going
Yeah.
into the hardcore chords. Here it is, shoving it in your face. I was like,
Yeah. They used it as like a transition in
Yeah.
an earlier song.
yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
this
And
time
this
they
one
just
they're
went
like,
full on.
you're getting the breakdown. Here you go. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was as
dude.
hardcore as hardcore gets. That was like straight up like Converge shit right there.
Yes, dude, this was another song where it starts off and you're like, I wonder. And then the fucking break comes in. You're like, oh!
Yeah, there's
So
something
cool.
about getting to that second verse on this album that really takes the songs from to yes. Also, I just want to say they did the same thing. So that part right there, right? That hardcore part, they placed it right after the second verse where the second pre-chorus would have
Yeah.
been, which is exactly where they put the breakdown, the new metal breakdown in Rise. Right before that second chorus.
Yeah.
And I think that is
And-
it's so cool. You never hear a breakdown like that in
Yeah.
that part of the song.
For
so they
sure,
do it
for
twice
sure.
on this album. It sounds so good there.
Yeah. Somebody was saying baby metal. I do hear the baby metal resemblance there.
Oh,
Not too
Mirror.
much.
Mirror.
This one's more raw, I would say, more live, like more of a live feel. But I do hear
But it
the
does have
similarities.
that. It's got that like progressive sort of lead that like Mirror has, like the
I would have to
Yeah.
say way more complicated than the baby metal one, though. Or way more intricate, I would say. On
I don't
this
know
one.
if that's true. Like that one's pretty sick too. That's my favorite. Baby
No,
metal
it's
riff
really
off the new
sick.
album.
It's really sick. But this one's more of it's just more intricate. It's more intricate, more them. Like it's just more interesting. As in with the Mirror and baby metal, I absolutely love that song. Love the riff. But I've heard similar varieties of that riff where they're really changing it up. You know what I mean? They're really.
I'm actually
going
gonna push back on that with you
Yeah.
because I find
Here, let's play it
that
real quick.
riff.
Let me
Yeah,
remem-
that riff. Like I remember the timing of that being like really funky too.
Yeah, maybe I'm mixing it up with a different song.
It's the very beginning, so
I
we'll know
doubt
right
it.
away. Oh, same composer. Interesting.
Same
That makes
composer?
a lot of sense.
Oh yeah, because this is like super polished. Like like that riff I've heard from other bands, but
Yeah,
not,
but it keeps changing.
but
If
not
you
as
let it go for another.
but
few
not as
seconds.
good as this one. Like it's definitely not as good as Baby Metal's version of. Like I've heard other bands in this style do this, but Baby Metal does it better with how clean it is. Actually, I gotta say,
Yeah.
I enjoy this one more. I enjoy this riff more.
Dude, there's a lot of shifts in like timing there,
Here,
which I
well-
think like makes it really cool. All right, let's go listen to the
Listen to the
beginning of that
Nemophila
one.
because I do like the Baby Metal one better, but now that
You
I
don't have to
remember
go to the
it,
beginning of the song, just the beginning of the
of
part.
that riff. It's the same key. It's the same key. I mean, they're pausing at ends of the phrases that are different than the Baby Metal one. I get what you guys are saying. It's definitely the same style, same key.
It's also the rise up, right? Do-do-do-do-do.
yeah,
it's going
and the
da-da-da-da.
rise up, but the length of the notes that they hold it on and the way that they play it is different. But yeah,
It's not the same. It's different. It's
Yeah.
it's a similar concept.
it's the same
definitely
key
different.
though. It is the same key. You can
I-
layer these
yeah.
together right now, no problem.
I think they might actually be using some of the same notes, to be honest.
I
But,
should
like,
do, dude. Should I do a mashup of this? A mashup
It'd be
with
cool.
Mirror?
It would be
you
cool.
You guys want a
honestly.
mashup? I'll do
You
it right
could
after this
mash these
stream.
up. I really think
Yeah.
you could mash these up.
Yeah,
It
you
would sound
could.
really good.
Yeah, I do too. Because I could master the Nemophila track to match the Baby Metal track easily. I did it on stream, by the way, on my last Dichotic stream. You guys should check that out. There's a song that I was like, damn, I wish it was mastered. I was able to master it right on stream. I'm like, hit me up, guys, if you need mastering done.
Nice.
Sounds
Well,
pretty good.
chat wants you to do it, so I guess
Yeah,
you got
I'll
to do your
it.
job out.
We'll do it. There we go. Love that.
Here comes breakdown. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Love it. Hear that lead?
Yeah. This is a great place to go from there.
Yeah.
Sick. Nice. Well, they hit my solo chord. Bro, this is sick. Yeah, there's a lead going through the whole chorus.
I don't know, guys. Same key. The riffs are different enough. I'm gonna have fun
They
doing a
are.
mashup. I'm gonna have fun doing a mashup on that though. That'll be fucking fun. I
The
think I
rest
got
of the
some
song's not
ideas.
like it at all anyway.
I got
It's
some
the rest
ideas.
of I love this. Can I just say? I'm just gonna say right now without even hearing the last song. I love this album. I think this is so good.
Wait
Like
for
none
it.
of the
What if
songs
what if
have
they
been.
destroy it on you? What if they like completely?
They
fuck it
couldn't.
up
The
for
last
you at
song
the
could
end?
just be them farting into the microphone. I'd still say it's an awesome album, bro. Like everything about each song has been like, even if the genre is not my favorite genre, I feel like they've excelled at the genre, and
Yeah.
therefore it's listenable for me, right? So, and it doesn't feel lighter at all. In fact, it might be their heaviest album.
Well, sometimes
this might
you-
actually be the heaviest one.
With this though, it's one of those. It goes with what I've said about Bandmade and with Baby Metal and also with Nemophila, that they do this thing where you have the sound of Nemophila with the styles being formed to their sound underneath, where almost you can't, you know, it's a genre. We know it's a genre change because it's a genre change, but it's not at the same time, because they're doing riffs that are associated with certain genres, but it's still under the same tones and stuff in one structure. They're not doing the typical metal tone you'd hear in a band. They're not doing the typical punk tone that you hear in a punk band. They're not doing the typical clean tone that we hear in a cleaner song. They're using the same blanket tone for the punk riff, for the metal chugs, for the technical parts, for the rhythmic parts. You get what I'm saying? And that's really cool. They're not like drastically changing to fit that genre style, and I think that's why it works and mixes so well.
Yeah, I think that like they have shifted around less on the guitars than anything, right? So it's like when they're shifting genres, it sounds like the thing that they change the least is the sound of the guitars. But like the bass has gone through quite a few changes on this album. I mean, it was distorted in one song, like really heavy distorted in one song.
But like
it was like really loud, and the Nightflight one, it was a totally different tone also.
But what I mean is, for example, that last song, we had a punk riff, we had a metal riff, we had a metalcore riff, we had a hardcore riff, but that bass stayed the same. The tone stayed the same no matter which genre we went to.
You're talking about throughout the song itself.
Yeah, so that's why it's just this consistent sound all the way through. But,
yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's cool, man. I really like. Yeah, no, you're right. There's no jarring moments. As funky as it sounds, like when they shift from genre to genre, it doesn't feel like they took us out of whatever the story of the song was.
Because like when you listen to like Maximum Hormone, who I love, but you know when a genre change just happened all the time. Not all the time, but most of the time you know when it happens. I absolutely love that. But with this, we know a genre change happened, but it's very smooth. You know, like Pale Dusk is very smooth about it also. Baby Metal is very smooth about it too, you know. But yeah, anyways, before I listen to the last song, I need to use the restroom real quick. Try to hold it. Try to. Right back.
Okay. That last 3 minutes was the killer for Alan right there. Couldn't get through. All right. Well, I guess I could talk to you, chat, for a couple minutes. Let's see what you guys are saying. I'll read some of this stuff. Okay. Archie Dan says that this album is way better than Seize the Day. I don't know if I'd say way better. Seize the Day, the song itself, and Atabana's on that album too, right? Like, I still feel like I obviously have to listen to more of this album after this first time, but Atabana is probably my favorite song by them, and that's on Seize the Fate. So I believe, right? Let me see. I'm gonna look it up while I'm talking to you guys. Is Atabana on it? Oh, yeah, it is. Man, that's a good fucking album though, guys. Like, Seize the Fate has some great tracks on it. The thing is, okay, so here's where it's like, they have a few songs on Seize the Fate that I think are so different than the rest of the album. Like Rock and Roll Is, and what's the pop punk one? Waiting for You, I think it's called. And then Soaring, where it almost feels like it loses a little bit of that Nemophila-ness, right? But on this album, it feels like it retains the Nemophila-ness, except for in Nightflight. But in all of the other songs, it feels like it retains the Nemophila-ness, even when they go through the genre changes, which I think makes it feel a little bit more cohesive as an album. While I think that Seize the Fate felt a little bit more like a bigger shift from song to song. Even though this one's weird, but like it's weird within each song too on this one, which I feel like is a little different than the last one, right? Like Seize the Fate had, like, you got a genre for a song, but not as many shifts of genre in that song as we're getting on this one. And because it's happening so commonly on this album, I think that it really keeps it sounding cohesive.
You're just lying. It's all lies.
Yeah, dude, it's bullshit.
It was bullshit.
Well, that's the fake it till you make it, right?
All right, last song. Let's go. Yell. You ready to yell? You ready for fart noises? Is that what we're getting? Farts?
No.
All right, here we go. Hey, come on, that was pretty close. That's
To a fart noise. I feel like yell doesn't. Okay, let's see.
Damn, that bass.
So this is like. Here, pause it for a sec.
What? Oh.
Said pause it for a sec. This one's obviously slower than the other ones, but it's
Champ,
not. It
haven't
doesn't
you-
have that.
Oh, go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
It doesn't have the same vibe as the other slow one, right? Like this sounds more like a punk band doing a slow song rather than
Yeah.
like an '80s rock band doing a slow song.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I'm not. I can't recall exactly, but I think the end of "Seize the Fate"? I think that song "Soaring" also kind of has like a similar tone to this one. I think they kind of like culminated that album the same way.
Yeah. Who knows though? Because we're only a minute in, and as we've learned with every single song on this album, it
Yeah,
changes
anything could
midway
happen.
through.
But I am getting the feeling that they want to kind of like close it off on an emotional note.
We'll see. Maybe not.
And
Maybe
we'll
they'll
see.
shred our face off.
All right, let's
You're
go.
right. You're right. It'll probably be ballady. Oh, it's not gonna play. Oh, I like that.
Good melody.
Changing it up a little.
Got some echo on that guitar.
I absolutely love this song.
Really?
I really do. I love the intricacies that are happening right now with the mixes. I love how they're evolving the verses as we're going through it. Like first you just got dent, dent, and now we have like the scratching of the guitar, little licks being played in between. I just really like where this is going.
Yeah, there's effects on it now too, like the
They have a
echo
delay.
effect on the guitar.
Yep.
I this is like the most cohesive song besides.
I like
sorry,
this
echo.
better than
Stop.
Odyssey. Like if we were compare ballads, like this is kind of ballad I'm ready for, in my opinion. I like this. I think it just fits her voice really well too. That's not the change I was expecting. I was expecting them to like go take a left-hand turn during the solo which they didn't. They kind of did your typical solo, but the thing that made it not typical was the harmonies and all that stuff. But this exiting out is different.
This is from like I said, I think they want to finish on an emotional note. This is coming from an era of music that I'm not the biggest fan of. Honestly, this feels kind of like that post-punk era where they started to slow down punk music and then make it a little bit more mainstream. And I'm struggling to think of like an artist that I could relate it to. I'm almost on like a Paramore doing slow songs type of deal or something like that, but
Maybe.
I think it sounds nice, but I also think it might be the least interesting song on the album to me so far.
肩を並べて進むんだ信じているよこれまでの奇跡どんなに困難な時でも重ねた君はかけがえのない大きな未来は掴むからもう一歩もう一歩踏み出そう光のさす方へ精一杯大声で伝えるよありがとう
Great vocals.
I do like this song, but I wish they did different kind of solos and leads. I really thought
You
they
wanted
would.
the bridge matters.
I'm
The
thinking,
bridge matters.
yeah, because I'm thinking, if anyone listened to like, Boston's album, when they would go into, they have some melody songs, but when you go into the solo, they would like break off into different keys and then wrap it up back to the ballad again or whatnot,
Right.
I guess that would have been expected, huh? I don't know. It was good.
It felt very like it stayed on the same wavelength the whole song, right?
No.
While the rest of the album really doesn't have a lot of that.
Yeah, but something with this that's amazing though is the mix is really fucking good. The layers, the organic guitar playing, it sounds like they really capture some interesting tones with the guitar that you don't really hear in a song like this that I really appreciate. And Mayu's vocals were fucking incredible. They sounded awesome.
Especially that part where it cut out there at the end and she had that rasp, like, that was good
Yeah,
stuff
I wish
right
they
there.
would lean into that more, with these slower songs. Out of the slow songs on this album, I definitely like this one the most.
I feel the
If
opposite.
if I compare it with Odyssey. Because Odyssey just had these weird things that it just didn't feel Mayu or Nemophila-esque. This felt more like Nemophila. But that's just my opinion on it.
I liked Odyssey more. I think I just like Third Eye Blind's actually a good flag checker. It does sound a little like that. I
love Third Eye
Odyssey.
Blind.
Yeah, dude, I saw them. I have the great band. Anyway, I loved Odyssey for how it was like uniquely different from what they normally do, while this one felt definitely more in line with Nemophila, but like us. Yeah, okay, I'm starting to piece together why I didn't love it, because it sounds like Nemophila, but it sounds like Nemophila doing less than what they normally do, while Odyssey felt uniquely different, and that was enough for them to be able to do less and me be satisfied with it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, because this does remind me of other versions of their songs on other albums, right? This last one, or like when they go into that softer stuff. I don't know. I liked it though. Dude, this album was fucking great.
It was great.
Equally loved it as much as Seas the Fate.
Right now, I'm thinking on first listen, I like this one overall better. I think that there were songs on Seize the Fate that I liked better. Like, I don't know if any of the songs on this album topped, let's say, Atabana or Seize the Fate for me, per se. But as a whole, front to back, I think I felt like this was the most consistently good stuff that they put out there. Although, weirdly enough, I feel like it was bookended by my two least favorite songs. Like, I think my least favorite songs were the first one and the last one. Everything in the middle I loved. So I would have rearranged the album myself. If it were up to me, I definitely would have started with Rise.
The only thing I'm really sad about too is I wish I got another song like Style, because I absolutely love that song. But
We got that one little tiny rap part.
Yeah.
in one song.
Yeah, it just because I'm looking at this, like Enton. See what I mean, though? Each album has their thing. You know, like Enton and style are very unique for Seas of Fate. You know,
Yeah.
just in general.
Dude, Waiting for You is a pop punk song. Like straight up, nothing else to
Oh
it. Just
yeah,
a pop punk
100%.
song. And that's why what we were saying before, it's like they just chose different genres to experiment on each of the albums.
I gotta say, I think I like this new album better than the Seas of Fate. But the only reason why it made me question it is because of Enton and Style, because I love those two songs so much. They're fucking, they're such.
Adabana is still
Adabana's
like one of
good
the greatest bridges I've ever heard written in music.
You're tripping.
So
I don't know
no,
about
bro,
that.
it is one of the best of all time.
I don't know. About
It's
all
one of the
that.
best of all time. I've shown it to all of my friends. Like I'm like,
The
listen, this is
best
how you write
bridge.
a bridge.
The best
Right
bridge
there.
of all time.
Bro, put it on. It's one of the best. Go ahead. You don't believe me? You'll listen
no,
to
I
it
don't
again right
believe
now, and you'll be like, "You're right. This is one of the best of all time."
No, I think you're gonna be disappointed.
I do not, because I listen to it all the time.
I'm trying to remember how the bridge sounds,
It's
but
like-
I just can't
like,
agree with that.
It's got like
Just
some
can't
kind of
agree
like
with
weird Megadeth start to it, and then it like has this crazy. Yeah, right here.
It's a great song.
The drums here as they kick up.
Amazing
God.
bridge, but not of all time. Nope. You're
Of all
tripping.
time.
I'm sorry. Of all time. Get out of here. Guys, name better bridges than this one.
You go ahead, name one.
I can't think of any right now.
Yeah, damn right you can't. Master of Puppets. But like, I mean, I can name a few.
Actually,
Don't get me
that's
wrong.
pretty fucking good. That's a
I
good
can name a
bridge.
few, but like seriously,
You
I'm
said
being
of all
completely
time.
serious.
So you're
I'm
saying
being
you lied
completely
to us.
serious. I'm
You
saying
lied to us.
I would struggle to name 4 more. Is all I'm saying. I would really struggle.
I don't really think about songs as in bridges. Only you do.
I section stuff off a lot. Like
Yeah.
I'll be like, how much did I like this verse? Right? Like, and that'll matter a lot to me.
That's an amazing bridge, though. I agree, it's an amazing bridge of all time. I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let us know what you think down below in the chat, guys. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream.
Yeah, please hit that like button.
Yeah.
If you haven't yet.
Yeah.
All right, 100 people that are sitting in here and less than 100 likes.
Yeah, let's do it. Get those likes. Guys, if you love what we're doing, you love how this channel's going, other than our title that we just put up, don't worry.
Look at this photograph.
We're putting the title back as soon as YouTube lets us. But guys, you can support us further on Patreon or under our memberships. It helps directly support what we do here and keep putting out more content. And
Yes,
by the way,
and Hanzo, our champ, is always based.
and then we have a podcast tomorrow with Chase Carnison and John Reeves. So I'll see you all tomorrow. We have some interesting topics. We're going to be talking about bands throwing pig heads out in the crowds and stuff in recent days. So yeah, join us
The
for that
boys
conversation.
are back in town.
It's been
Hell
crazy.
yeah.
All right. See
Join
you guys
the
later.
boys. Peace.
See you. That was fun.